All right, for the people who live in a desert, you're pretty lucky. We're in a kind of temperate rainforest up here on Vancouver Island, and we don't get a lot of salt on the roads, thank goodness. This cross piece was put in order to support the lift, and I've been working on this nut on the bolt coming off, and I'm turning it, and each step it's just as difficult as almost getting the beginning going. What's happened is it's corroded in there, but literally turning it is creating heat. So it was heating up my socket just by hand turning it. And I also grabbed this as a pry bar to go onto my socket, or my ratchet, my socket, to get it going. So don't throw anything away, because that was part of the safety gear on the bus. That was a handrail, came in super handy. Anyway, this kind of stuff always takes a lot longer than you want it to, and is dirtier and more frustrating. And I have safety glasses on because that rust and grime is trying to dump into my eyes. So don't forget once you get underneath. Okay, wish me luck. And a good time was had by all. I'm so glad for this safety bar came out of there, because I'm able to crank these things. Don't really want to move very much at all. I just thought I had a spider crawling on my ear. It was just grass. It's a good workout, definitely. Okay, you've seen enough. Hello. Victory. Knuckle busters for sure. I'm 4 of the 8 through, and I've decided it might be time to kick back for a cup of coffee and then get back at her. Stubborn. They've been stubborn. Nowhere to work underneath. The nuts won't turn off the bolts. Too much corrosion. Big trouble. So this is what I've resorted to, is popping them up as high as I can. This one's less than a 1/4 inch popped up, and grinding it off. So let's see. Do not try this at home. Oh well, maybe try it at home. I don't know. Whatever you think. Whatever you think. So close. So close. buddy. Come on, you. Oh, so close. So close. So close. I'm just saying that to encourage myself that it's actually close. Now I've got to turn it. So here's the kind of fun I've been having. Don't want to drag you through it with me too much, but let's just say with some corrosion and tight space underneath, it's a little difficult. All right, the thing that I was hunting for in videos online about removing this S-Series Recon chairlift is like, can somebody just show me where things are in the electrical? So anyway, I've got the cover off. I'm going to go through a couple of things here. Mine is not disconnected or removed yet. I'm running the vehicle because my battery ran down, so I am going to disconnect the battery up under the hood, and then I'm going to deal with this. Here, right here, is the positive power lead coming in. I think that big a big wire runs, I think, all the way from the battery, because I see a similar one attached to the positive on the battery. So interesting. I wonder how that'll pull, whether I can pull that whole thing and make some use of it. Probably. But so then let me just climb up here. Then around here I'm looking and I'm going, okay. I was saying, oh, look at all these wires. Do I really have to start disconnecting all of these little leads and everything? And I believe my answer is no, because they should all be self-contained and doing their own thing. And then you go back here way under. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I saw a ground. Ouch. There's the ground. Can you see it under there? There's a ground coming in on this side that needs to be connected and disconnected as well. Now I think that there might be this other wire right here leading out, and maybe that's like sort of an independent, you know, when the flashers work, when you start using the lift, that may be related to this, maybe not, but I'll know more. And also a nice little discovery, of course, is that, see this here, it's the manual control, and you should have this bar to plug into there and crank it. So I'm able to lift, I'm going to back up a bit here. So I'm able to lift this thing up. You see it's up a little bit. So I'm able to lift it up by cranking. And if I put some weight on that other end, I may be able to get this thing out fairly easily. It has not been easy, let's put it this way. And you see all of this. Well, all of this I can disconnect. My main concern is I don't know where the hydraulic line is or how it's set up. But if I can get this portion off, I think it's only that a couple of bolts there. If I can get that portion off, then the plate to this fits through the door. You can see it ends right there, right? So it actually just slides, both corners, it just slides straight out. Hell, I could almost drive out if I wanted to. So anyway, I thought I'd give a few more details, because this is the stuff that was kind of freaking me out before I got started on all of this. So I'm not finished yet. I'm sure there's plenty to learn, but this is where I'm at now. So good luck to you. Okay, in the never-ending project. Yes, I found my battery, my extra battery, which supplies power. I'll call it maybe the house battery, because that's what it seems to do, is operate everything, and it's tucked under beside the stairs, so that makes sense. Now, here we are. You can tell by scattering of tools how fun this has been. These two, here we go, boom, and boom. These two, boom and boom. Came out. They had these on them. Came off very easily. So I pulled this whole hydraulic system off of there. The thing that I'm dealing, and there was also this on-off switch which I turned off, which made sense to me, but still the manual pumping action makes things move still. So anyway, here's where I am so far. So this was the lead that the power, here's cicada, that the power was going to. So here we are, right here. I've disconnected the power very carefully and taped it up. This was going to, sorry about the terrible camera work. This was going to here, and it's your main power line in. As far as I can tell, believe me, this is all the first time for me. So, disconnected that. What I thought was going to be a ground wire down here ends up being a hydraulic line. This is where I am right now. So basically, I can almost pump this thing. Sorry about all that noise. I'm tripping over. Look, I got it standing up a little rusty under there. It's okay though, it's not sitting on the real floor. Okay, so I can almost pump this thing right out of here. Like it's mostly out. I can lay all this stuff over on the side here, probably, and take it out in one piece. It will still be functional, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that hydraulic line that goes down through the floor, so I've got to go down there and investigate where that goes to. Fulcrums and pulleys and such. Here we go. So the positive lead that I took off and taped up ran through a switch for on-off and then came out of the floor. Nothing at all to do with hydraulics. Thank you. What a relief. I followed it under the bus until it took a quick turn and headed right over to the auxiliary battery. So that answered a question too. Now, I've got this whole gizmo off of there. I'm almost wanting to reattach it because it's going to fall and fly and ruin all of that wiring. I still hope to sell this thing. Somebody must want it. I'm in an area where there are a lot of retirees, and I see them in the back of camperized vans and whatnot. So maybe I'll just reattach it because that might be my easiest way to deal with this. But anyway, I am fulcrum. I'm not pulleying, but I'm using a fulcrum method, and I've moved this thing. You see how, I don't know if you can tell how off kilter it is right now, because I've been moving it this direction because it won't, with the bolts, it won't clear the door straight. But I mean, it's close. It's within a half an inch. So over here you can see we're clearing this side just barely. Okay, I'm going to fulcrum and pulley and pulley and fulcrum. Let's see if we can catch a visual on this or not. Yep, it's moving. Everything's moving. I've got to keep readjusting so it doesn't hit. So I got to then slide it a little more sideways this way. Just can't do any of this with one hand. So you get the idea. Big fun. This is day number 2. Well, started around noon yesterday, so day number 2 on this fabulous project. Getting there. I'm telling myself that for 24 hours. Passed it on this edge. Good news. Folding onto itself because I've got the pressure released. As long as I'm not in the way of any of those folds, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to save this hydraulic pump. Oy. So stubborn. All right, from inside. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. That's it. Huh. Fold it up and she's out, and I kept this intact. Oh, and that was my head. Oh my God. That'll make for a good video. Oh, don't get too distracted or you bonk yourself in the head. Woo! I cannot believe that thing's out of there. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.